Every setback we stumble is part of the game. It's all about the climb, no need to feel ashamed. Learn to fail, it's the only way to grow. Keep pushing forward, let your determination show. Gotta train, gotta practice, gotta hone your skills. You can't expect to win without putting in the drills. Success is stagnant, it's the failures that will teach. Embrace the journey, reach the goals out of reach. Rise and grind, never settle for less. Every stumble is a lesson in progress. Embrace the journey, seize the moment time. Failure is growth, success is stagnation, alright. You know I said failure is growth, success is stagnation, alright. You know I said failure is growth, success is stagnation. Failure is growth and success is stagnation. Yeah. Failure is growth, success is stagnation. Alright, yeah. Rise and grind, never settle for less. Oh, every stumble is a lesson in progress. Embrace the journey, seize the moment time. Failure is growth, success is stagnation. Alright, you know I said failure is growth, success is stagnation. Alright. Failure is growth, success is stagnation. Yeah. Running through the pixelated land, searching for supplies. Try to gather resources, but it's no surprise. Always running out of space, it's a constant struggle. Inventory full, like a never-ending juggle. Inventory shuffle, can't carry it all. Gotta make a choice, but I want it all. Moving items around, gotta make some room. Inventory shuffle in this pixelated tube. Dodging enemies, jumping over blocks, mining for hours, but it never stops. Found a rare treasure, but can't take it home. Inventory's capped out, where did it all go? Oh yeah, check it now. Oh yeah, let it flim flam wow. Flam now, flim flam now. Catch the flow, gonna show you how. Hi ho ho, holla holla, him hey hi. Yeah, yeah. Jump on the beat, let the bass drop low. We moving fast, keeping it on the flow. Yo. Oh yeah, check it now. Oh yeah, with a flim flam wow. Oh yeah, with a flim flam. Oh yeah, with a flim flam wow. Oh yeah, with a flim flam wow. Catch the flow, gonna show you how. Oh yeah, check it now. Oh yeah, with a flim flam wow. Yeah. Catch the flow, gonna show you how. Hi ho ho, holla holla, him hey hi. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, check it now. Oh yeah, with a flim flam wow. Yeah. Catch the flow, gonna show you how. Show you how. Well met, greetings, see you around.
Hello everybody, and welcome.
Oh yeah,
So, what is new here in Meta Horizons? If this music is too loud, just let me know. Let me know. Here we are. Here we are. So, Meta Horizons, or Meta Horizon Worlds, is like a thing. You can make games and so forth, I guess. Worlds, it's like VR chat. And, yeah. I want to see if I can make something that will actually make money. That's the goal here. Goal is making money. Okay, here the goal is to make money using my knowledge of world creation from all these survival games. You know, just think about all the endless survival games I've streamed, Valheim and Minecraft and No Man's Sky now, but usually in a survival game I try to prepare it for other people, making a world. Now, that's the whole point. So, new world discovery, engagement metrics, fixes to rotating the child object, okay. Yeah. So, is there a space we're working with? I have no idea what's going on, but I'll be learning as we go. And you can see how a guy like me learns stuff. Be sure to check out developers.meta.com Horizon World for a detailed step-by-step tutorial for completing this game template. View the included project files for comments and provided solutions. Okay. Oh, very cool. Now, I did know how to do stuff at one point. But here's something cool. I think they were working on this a long time ago, and now they've really brought it in. You see this menu here. Public assets made by other people. My assets that don't really exist. Okay. Cool. Console, performance. Welcome to Gen AI for Horizon Worlds. Get started by writing a prompt or exploring what Gen AI can do. Generate 3D models, generate a sky, generate a texture, generate sound effects.
Oh yeah, check it now.
Next time I'm on No Man's Sky, I should take a photo of the base I made with the glyphs. The glyphs? The glyphs? What you mean?
Hi ho
Generate ambient audio. Let's see here. What do I want to make?
Let the bass drop low. We moving fast, we keep it on the floor. Yo. Oh yeah. Check it now. Oh yeah. Flim flam. Wow. Gotta flim the flam before you flim flam now.
Okay, so all right. Well, next time I'm on No Man's Sky, I'll do those things. This is pretty cool. So Sky, 3D model. So let's go for Sky. Late autumn.
Oh yeah. Check it now.
Cloudy sky with a large yellow moon with exaggerated craters. Did that do anything? What happens? It's pretty cool. AI is built into it. Alright. And, let's see here. Kind of thing. What do I want to make? That's all that matters, starting off with the dream. Let's just look and see what I have to work with. We have this camera speed. Okay, cool. It's sort of laggy a little bit. View mode, shared wireframe, collision overdraw. Okay. Snap to value that's absolute or relative.
Check it now.
Rotation snap angle. Okay. Rotate, move. Okay, rotate. Alright. Alright. WSAD for movement. Cool. Scale. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, it worked. Oh my gosh. That's what I wanted.
I'm soaring high up in the sky. Across the map I'm
AI generated sky domes. Very cool.
flying to a funky, don't you know? I'm in my ship
Kind of creepy though.
built with Lego. Yeah.
I said late autumn, partially cloudy sky with a large yellow moon with exaggerated craters.
Can't go wrong.
That's cool. Let's see here.
Zooming fast, no time to rest. Flying high, the very best. Flying. Flying across the map.
Okay.
Doing funky stuff.
A rip in space-time tearing across the sky with vibrant neon and electric energy filling out in tendrils and cracks in the fabric in the sky, revealing a grid-like pattern beneath in vibrant neon green. How about that one, buddy? Give that to me. Ooh, photorealistic sky dome, anime, comic. Wow. This is for the sky. Cool. And see here. Creature made of fiber optic wires and nanobots pulsing with energy. Uh-oh. Pulsing with energy. Okay, it's about what I want. Okay. And now we're about to get some objects up in here. Let's see what's up. How about bipedal humanoid creature made of fiber optic wires and nanobots with a head of red orbs clustered like spider eyes. How about that one? Alright, so let's look at this tutorial here. Where is that tutorial? World Sim off, World Sim on, systems, quests, leaderboard, navigation, generative A. Oh, what? Come on. What? Come on. What the heck? Anyways, before I mess with that, where is this? Okay, so. Shut up. I'm gonna keep this song on repeat here, and now I gotta read this tutorial. Alright. Alright, so there's a button over here somewhere. Right here. Whoa, look, I'm in preview mode. Done. Step 1, preview mode. At any point you can rock and roll. Okay. Step 1. Yep, and then how do I escape? Enter build mode, okay. Yep, play button which opens preview mode. When you're testing your TypeScript, you must press the play button to start the simulation, which activates and executes your TypeScript scripts. Maybe I can do superficial here. I don't know. By default, when you press the play button, you enter preview mode and start the world simulation, which means that all valid scripts in the world are executed, okay? In the toolbar, reset button, restart simulation as if the world was launched. Gotcha. Control the stuff with spacebar, WSAD, all makes perfect sense. Done. Here we go. I'll let you read along. It says right here, in the desktop editor, you can see that a course for the game is provided right there. You can change the course to any type of design layout, of course. Get in the habit of building your maps from the origin 000, which makes snapping easier in the editor. You can drag and drop entities in the hierarchy panel to reorganize them. Left-hand side. Okay. Alright. Reparenting entities groups them together and retains their positioning relative to the parent entity. Use preview mode to move around the world. To test, the user experience. You can customize the world further by doing all kinds of stuff. Alright. There's a single green gem in the course. Create 4 duplicates of the green gem asset provided in the template. In the hierarchy panel, search for emerald. Got emerald. And now, right click. Let's see here. Rename, create asset, delete selection, create parent object, focus on selection. There it is. And then I can loop around and do stuff and look around. Cool, cool, cool. And then focus on selection and then right click duplicate. Now emerald 2, I can move. On a fixed axis, you see? Yep. Okay, that makes sense to me. Alright. And it'll appear at the very bottom of the hierarchy list. Yep. And then do it 5 times. When duplicating additional gems, they'll have the exact same position and rotation as the source gem. You can move the additional gems around the course by selecting each gem in the hierarchy panel and then use the move tool to reposition them. Gems should be placed about chest height on an avatar so that players can easily run into them. You can also edit the position properties on the right hand side for more precise locationing. Gotcha. Will do, bucko. So click on you and duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. Click each one and then try to center it a bit and raise it up a bit. There's one. And I move this. Oh, I can just grab the square in the middle to move the entire thing freely. Or the handles to move it separately. You know? Now this window here can be a bit larger. I am just assuming here. Here we are. So, this guy. And then I can right click on him and then duplicate and then over here. And then click on that guy, grab that box over here. You know. Over there. Yep, right over there. Alley-oop. Okay, that's good enough. And then we test it out. Hey there, Allison. How's it going there, buddy? Welcome. I'm trying out this thing here. Flip. Okay. Alright. Shoopity boopity. Run around. Get the things. Yep. Run into them. Yada yada yada. You're good. And now we enter tutorial 2. I believe. Return to creation home. Make sure. Okay, I did all that, and then next module is building scripts. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing this thing called the Meta Horizon Worlds. In fact, if you have a phone, I recommend downloading the Horizon Worlds app. It's an app, and I think one of my things is published there from a long time ago. One of my worlds I made from a long time ago, called Caled of the Lands Between. But this has no functionality, but you can run around it. You know? Alright, now I'm starting tutorial number 2. Tutorial number 2. Where is it? This one? I don't know. In the next module, huh? Where are the modules? Learn. Module 2, Intro to Scripting. Okay. So now is the weird part. In Module 1, we built the layout for our world and added gems to it. The next step is to begin building scripts to power these entities and manage the systems of our game. The finished script for this module is playermanager_complete.ts, which is already part of your tutorial world. You can create a new script called playermanager.ts, follow the steps of the module, and then compare your generated file with the complete one. Okay, players can and will come and go at any time in a Meta Horizon Worlds game. Let's create a script to help us to track the players currently in our game. This is a useful and common place to begin. So, under Scripts, Add. Okay, Scripts. In the Scripts panel, click the plus icon to create a new script. Enter a name for the new script. In this case, call it Player Manager. Okay. Click the context menu for the new script in the Scripts panel and select Open an External Editor to open in your pre-configured IDE. Oh, come on. Do I have Visual Studio installed? I think I do. Okay, let's just see what happens. So, open an external editor, open settings, and then select and Visual Studio, and then open the folder. Where are you even installed? I don't even know. 1 second. Visual Studio. Can I open file location? And the shortcut leads to this. Gotcha. And now, gotcha. And now, boom. Well, Where's the executable? Reset. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Under users, app data, that whole thing. Let me look for it for a second. Hidden folder, local, through what, Microsoft? Nope, programs. And then, what? Common. Nope. No idea. Maybe it's under community. Where is it? It's under... I found it. It's under IDE. Okay. It's under IDE. So, I'm sorry for the delay here. There it is, right? It's called what? It's called DEVENV. Why would it be called that? Crazy. I found it, right? It's nuts. Okay, now I did it. Yeehaw. So now, open an external editor. You see, now it works. Weird. Hey there, Chris. Sorry for that confusion. I was trying to find where my Visual Studio was installed, but I found it. And now we have this script editor. And the cool thing is, I can actually work with Grok or something to help me write the code. So now, yeah. So, did it. Locate your world, scripts, open external editor, script editor. The default script template creates and registers a Meta Horizons Worlds component named Player Manager, which looks like the following. Import flimflam asterisk ASHZ from Horizon Core. Class Player Manager extends hc.component type of Player Manager. Static props definition. Start component register. This template includes the basic elements required to build a basic script. Import modules from the TypeScript API definitions and components from other scripts. Class defines a class I'm extending from the abstract component class. The props definition can be used to define properties internal to the class, whereas properties available through the properties panel. Start method is executed when the class is first loaded. The extended class must be registered with the abstract component class. Yeah, man. So add player map to object. Or add player map object. To track players in the world, we create an object store of cached references to all players. We define this variable within the Player Manager class. In playermanager.ts, place the cursor below the static props definition declaration. Insert the following snippet to create the new map object. Private player map. Map number hc.player equals new map number hc player. Flip. Okay. And then script breakdown. The above declares a private variable, which means it's only available to code within the current script. Okay? The variable of the name is player map. The player map variable is of type map. Private player map. Map number player new map. Okay? The map keyword identifies the type that's being created. This map object has 2 dimensions. It contains 2 values for each entry, a number and a reference to the HC player type. At the top of the screen, you can see that the version 2.00 whatever API module.org is whatever. Let's Hey, John. Welcome. I'm trying to make a game here. To track players in the world, we do all kinds of stuff. So, all right. Yes, this is for everybody. Okay, to track players in the world, we create an object store of cache references. I did the whole thing. Add the line, private player map, map equals flim flam, yada yada boom boom. Script breakdown. The above declares a private variable, which means it's only available to code within the current script, of course. The name of the variable is player map. The player map variable is of type map. The map keyword identifies the type that's being created. The map object has 2 dimensions. It contains 2 values for each entry, a number and a reference to the HC player type. A number. The HC player at the top for Horizon. I have no idea. Any kind of game. Basically, I'm learning this this software. I'm learning this game engine. I'm learning the Meta Horizon Worlds game engine. Is what I'm doing. This live stream is like a bunch of modules, back to back. As we learn the meta game engine, I can make whatever I want. In theory, I don't even know it's possible, but in theory, any kind of game. In theory. Let's just find out. And it's powered by AI. Meaning, the AI will create assets, like objects, the skybox, textures, sound effects, ambient sound. You know, prompt-based, very cool. And for the actual scripting, I can use other systems to assist me with the code. So, potential's out there. I just have to have a nice idea. And once I have a nice idea, I could do whatever is possible to make it come true. You know? Yeah, like some simple thing. Like John likes mafia mob stuff, right? So can you imagine a speakeasy that gets all of a sudden it gets raided? You know? If you can imagine like a speakeasy getting raided and all of a sudden it's a street fight with a bunch of cars and it turns into a game of bunch of things coming at you, you know? And then there's a part 2 where you go to a different map where you have to go drive away while the things are chasing you. You're tossing out buckets. Toss the buckets out to make the car crash. There's a car chasing you. You're tossing buckets out, you know, throwing bottles. Tommy gun at the engine. I mean. But anyways. Potential. When players enter and leave the world, we must update the map object that we created to store them, using the Meta Horizon World's built-in events API. These built-in events are called code block events. Code block events cover common cases, such as when the player enters or exits the world. In TypeScript, we can connect or subscribe any script to these events. Add event listener for onPlayerEnterWorld in start method. So on start, boom, the event is onPlayerEnterWorld. There's a listener waiting for that to happen to trigger something else. Pretty obvious. For our world, we need a listener. Yeah, exactly, John. A booze run that goes sour. And then the whole idea of making different maps. Can you imagine making a weird moonshine operation in the woods, like a world? And then some sort of thing turns into a game. It starts off as a task and turns into a weird game that lasts for a bit, and then at the end of a trigger, you can leave. You know? Hold them off while we get the things loaded. Oh no! They shot the good moonshine. Go make some more really quick while we get the thing running. Oh no, take turns. We need more corn flour. Who knows how they make moonshine? With corn flour and cow ferns. Okay. Code block events do all kinds of fun stuff. The default TypeScript template includes a reference to the start method. Right there. You see? Yep. Which is executed when the script is first activated. The start method in a script is usually the correct place to set up any event subscriptions. So within this bucket right here. So basically, here's the script for the world, and when it starts up, it loads up a class player manager thing, and within that, right when this is loaded up, it executes what's in this little pocket right here. You see? And right before that, it's establishing definitions and declaring objects and variables and groups and so forth. And then the business is right over here. And then it closes out, and then it does something weird. Okay? Component register or whatever. So, one of the best games you played started off as a gangster gang and ended up turning into Call of Cthulhu. That sounds amazing. How'd that happen? Like some weird Lovecraftian connections? That sounds like a really interesting idea. Hey there, Braden. Okay. Alright, here we go. To create the listener, use the built-in connect code block event function. Connect code block event. This function takes three parameters. This .entity, the code block event to which to listen, a callback function that passes a player object. A callback function is code that is executed when the event listener receives the event. So basically, in Meta Horizon worlds, there are built-in events, pre-established, known things that you don't have to create from scratch, such as when player enters world. That one is called on player enter world. It's a code block event, and you're able to use this system to create a listener of some variety, a listener, and it's built in 3 functions. The thing that you're talking about, the code block and wish to listen to, in this case, will be on player enter world, and the callback function is the thing that happens. Okay? Hail, Shane. Oh, John, you're saying that you're a lot in the game with the Call of Cthulhu. You're a lawman following a truck of booze into the countryside. Both vehicles wrecked, and you were chasing to the creepy old mansion. Turned out to be haunted. That's cool. Okay, a callback function a callback function is code that's executed. Add the following to the start function for our player manager script, buddy. We'll do right about there. That's good. This dot code connect code block event for this dot entity hc dot code block events dot on player enter world. Okay. Boom. And then this the callback function player, which is a variable hd.player, and then this dot player map, which I've already set before, dot set player.id and player. Okay. Script breakdown. The above adds an event listener known as this dot connect code block event. Yes, it does. For the script, this dot entity to receive events from players entering the world. hc.codeblockevents.onPlayerEnterWorld. Inside the callback function, the new player is added to our player map object in the form of a player ID and an abstract reference to the player. New player is added to our player map object in the form of a player.id, yep, and an abstract reference to the player. Okay. Console logging and previewing. It's all well and good to write the code. Got to test it. Inside the callback function, we can add a console logging message to verify the event is firing. So the same exact thing as before, but we're adding one line below this dot player map dot set parentheses player.id comma player close parentheses semicolon end line. We're adding console.log added player colon $, curly bracket player.name.get, and then close parentheses end bracket quote end parentheses semicolon, and this will create a line to the console message as the thing is running. So I'm going to copy this whole line, paste it right there, right? Alright, and then I'm just gonna alright, cool. So to start the simulation, click the play button. It's already running, playing. We're gonna save it yet, or what? We save it yet, or what? So, app data, local meta, Horizon Worlds, blah, scripts. Is this like adding the actual thing right now? Is it live? What the heck are we? Is it live? I don't have to save anything? What's happening here? Oh, wait. Let's just see what happens. I didn't hit the save button. So what are we talking about here? Over here under scripts, you see, right here it says compiled, saved at 2 p.m. Whoa. Oh no. Do I save it? Saved. Maybe go back over here. Not compiled. Compiling. Compiled. And okay. To test, click the console tab at the top. Or at the bottom of the screen. Gotcha. Console tab at the bottom. And TypeScript compilation has started. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then it's not working. Nothing is being logged and the console's empty. Because we didn't save it yet. You see that? Those punks, they had us do it without doing anything, just to learn. Now you know it doesn't work, me. Punks. Soaring high, up in the sky, across the map, I'm on the fly. Fly in, do it funky, don't you know? I'm in my ship, built with Lego, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, brick by brick, I made it strong. Brick man down, you can't go wrong. Zooming fast, time to race. Flying high, the very best. Flying, flying, flying across the map, doing funky stuff. 'Cause you know that we're doing it tough. Flying in my ship made with Lego. That's right, Lego. Matter of flim flam, we're ready to go. Go, go. Alright, sorry. Okay, so in Meta Horizon worlds, scripts run when they are attached to objects.
Brick by brick, I made it strong. Flim flam style, it can't go wrong.
Live 104.2 FM. A wild hair. Okay, in Meta Horizon worlds, scripts run when they are attached to objects. And our player manager.ts script is not yet attached to any object in our world. In this case, the script does not apply to a specific object. So attaching it to, for example, one of the gems does not make sense. Instead, it should be attached to an object that is not part of any of the gameplay experience. We now place an empty object in our world and attach the player manager.ts script to that object. The empty object type can be used as a placeholder for scripts and an organizing node for your world's hierarchy. Intrinsically, it has no functionality and does not appear during runtime. Do the following to create the empty object placeholder. Empty object. Build empty object. Oh no, here we go. Flim flam Lego. Yeah, yeah. And you are the box. Empty object. I can move it if I want to, right? Yes, sir. You're the one. Okay. Select the empty object in the hierarchy panel. Yes. Right-click to name it with an appropriate name. Player manager. Sure. Use the move tool to reposition the empty object to the location that's outside the player area of the world. Yes. Will do. Across the map, there is a shortcut to the above workflow in the hierarchy panel. Right-click the player manager script object. Then select create parent object. Okay. Oh, there's a shortcut to the above workflow. That makes sense. You create a parent object. Do the following to attach the script to an empty object. Okay. So properties, script, properties, boom, property, script, and then select the empty object on the right hand side of the screen. You can see the properties at the bottom of the properties panel. You may need to scroll down. Locate the script sub panel. Okay. Down there. From the script drop down, select player manager. Player manager. This means script name and then class name. This also means that you can define multiple classes within a single script. Alright, so you can right click and then you can create a parent object, you know, and then on that parent object, right? Let's get rid of this one. So this guy, let's enter, let's focus on it right there. No. Let's create a, wait a minute. Okay, empty object with player manager already attached to it. Yeah? But I can also build empty object. Okay. And then move this thing anywhere I want. Like right over here behind the wall. Let's zoom out a bit. And then I right click on that guy. Attach script. And then player manager. Right? Right? Right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because over here. Let me pull this out and then delete this guy. There it is, and then get this guy. Okay. And then. Okay, attach the script. We're looking for player manager, right? And then they want me to rename this guy. Player manager. Then over here, they're not showing the cool looking script. What the heck? Right over here at the bottom. Move script. Let me add script. So over here it says player manager, but over here it also says player manager complete. Oh, that's the finished good version. That's the version I didn't make. I think they told me that they have a version that's already done. Okay. So now it should work. Now it should work, right? Just test it out. Boom. Clear. Stop. Start. Hey, look, it worked. See? Done. See, added player manager.ts 1222 at file blah function blah 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 Horizon core.js 8313. Yeah, it worked. Had to reset the flim flam. Very cool. So over here for generate scripts. Very awesome. Get help generating code that adds interactive behavior. You can write a script to move the attached entity to an editable position on world start. Write a script to create a basic score counter. Basically, you can ask this AI whatever you want. Yes, John. The AI can create micro images. So yes, this is going to be like an actual game. I mean, in the end, because you could import assets, and you can create your own assets using AI. You see, look, it's built into it. 1 second. You see, sky and texture and objects and so forth, and this is stuff that other people made already. You see. I'm just guessing I can take this minion, and there he is, you see? Okay, so where am I? Okay. Come in. On the wall. You know what I mean? Okay, the E button rotates or something? E button rotates. You know what I mean? I was just showing you the thing. Done? Done. Okay, good. Good, good. Alright, moving on to the next portion of this. Okay, that worked. And connect to on-player exit world code block event. We have handled the case when the player enters the world. Now we gotta manage player exits. Within the start function, connect to the on-player exit world code block event. When this event is emitted, remove the player from the player map object. The on-player exit world event does not fire when you exit preview mode. Yeah. To work around this limitation, test this event with the second player in the world who enters and leaves while I observe. I can't do that. Whew. Not doing it. The above is very similar to the on-player enter world event listener. The player is deleted from the map object. Player is delivered to the console, or message delivered to the console. So this connect code block event. This entity code block events on player exit world player. Yep. PC.player. This .player map delete player ID. Console.log deleted player. Yep. And then player.name get. To keep things simple, you connect your code block event bindings. Your connect code block event bindings should have limited code from the callback function. So you may find it useful to move all logic to a callback event handler to create separate handler functions. The handle on player enter and handle on player exit functions are added below. These are declared as separate private functions within the class. They each take a single parameter, the player object. Some quick checks of the player map object are added to see if the player already exists before adding or removing. So, for example, player manager.ts. The finished player manager.ts script looks at the following: import flimflam from the Horizon Core class. Player manager extends yada yada flimflam. Component type of player manager, static props definition, blah blah blah. Private player map member, yeah, that's the same. So start this dot connect code block event, this dot entity HC code block events on player enter world player HC player, this handle on player enter. Okay, and then boom boom it closes out that whole block right there. And this dot connect code block event, this dot entity code block events on player exit world player, this dot handle on player exit. Okay. Okay. So basically, it's swapping out a layer where it's removing that it's condensing a couple lines into one by creating a function. Okay. So right here it says this dot handle on player, right? And then down below, these functions are defined. So private handle on player exit is the function right here, you see, that runs at this point of the code. Player dot whatever. Player is hz dot player void. If this player has player ID, this player map delete player. So basically, whenever the player exits on that event, whenever the player exits, it creates a world event detected by the game engine. And this is a listener that says when the player exits, take their player ID and cross-reference it to the existing player map, and then this dot player map dot delete player ID, obviously. Remove the player ID whenever they exit, and then create a console line saying deleted player, player.name.get. Okay? And the same thing. Boom. Over here, there's an exclamation point here. And then, in theory, I'll just copy this, paste that, save that, then go back over here, and then scripts. Is it done? Oh, as a test to see what happens, I'm going to add some text in here. Flimflam. I'm adding the word flimflam. Okay. And then stop. And then clear. And then start. And look, added player flimflam Gooboberti. There it is, everybody. I did it. I did it. Oh no. Okay. In this module, I created my first script, reviewed script structures of default script. Yep. Added a user-defined map type to store players of the game. Cool. Yep. Added event listener to the start method. Added console logging for testing purposes. Successfully tested execution of the script. Created event listener for the code block events on player enter world, on player exit world. And now we'll build events and state management in a game manager script. Hozo. Well. Okay, now build the game manager. Module 3. Let's focus on game mechanics. Game design requirements. We want our game to have the states and progression like the following. Game ready, game play, game over. Game ready, the state represents a popular situation where you have players meeting up before a game start and the game is not keeping track of score yet. When our game is in the ready state, the course should not have gems in it. Ready cannot be set if the game state is currently playing. Now, gameplay, this state represents when the game has started and we are keeping score. In our
Gooboberti, up in the sky, across the map. I'm on the fly, fly, fly. You ain't forget, don't you know? I'm in my ship, built with Lego. Brick by brick, I made it strong. Flim flam style, it can't go wrong. Zooming fast, no time to rest. Flying high, the very best. Flying across the map, doing funky stuff. But you know that we're doing it tough. Flying in my ship made with Lego. All manner of flip-flap, we're ready to go. Go, go, brick by brick, I made it strong. Flip-flap style, it can't go wrong. Zooming fast, no time to rest. Flying high, the very best. Flying across the map, doing funky stuff. Cause you know that we're doing it tough. Flying in my ship made with Lego. All manner of flip-flap, we're ready to go. Ready to go. Up in the sky, across the map. I'm on the fly, fly, fly. You ain't forget, don't you know? I'm in my ship, built with Lego. Brick by brick, I made it strong. Flim flam style, it can't go wrong. Zooming fast, no time to rest. Flying high, the very best. Flying, flying across the map, doing funky stuff. But you know that we're doing it tough. Flying in my ship made with Lego. All manner of flip-flap. Oh yeah, check it now. Okay, oh yeah, with a flip-flap, flip-flap. Dying in among the flam before you flip-flap now. Catch the flow, I'ma show you how. Hi-ho, come holla, holla, hip, hey, hi. Brick by brick, I made it strong. Flip flam style, it can't go wrong. Cause you know that we're doing it tough. Oh, I'm a fly, fly, ho, oh, everything, see you around. Hi, yeah, hi, ho, holla, holla, hip, hey, hi. Yeah, oh, oh, yeah. Greetings, well met to see you around. Flip flap.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta do something really quick. We'll do a part 2 here. We're starting on module 3. Okay. In just a second, I'll be right back.